Ian MacCormac. I'm going to try and look at 3D design and 3D printing, and basically, I don't know whether you can just about see that, I'm going to try and actually draw a chimney and then print it on a 3D printer and stuff for this locomotive. And what I'm actually going to try and do, as I say, is to show a walkthrough of designing, in particular, the base of the chimney with the flare and stuff. Quickly do the rest of the chimney, convert the design to use with a 3D printer, show you what's happening on the 3D printer as it actually goes through the process of creating this thing, and then how to clean up, get rid of the excess resin and cure it so that it becomes, you know, quite a hard object, almost like ABS. To get research, I went to the NRM at York, photographed the general arrangement plan for this, and have also looked at some photographs, cropped them so I can actually see a little bit more detail on the chimney that I'm trying to draw. So this is Fusion 360, and I'm going to use the right hand plane, stick the origin on so I can see where I am. I'm going to draw on that plane there, and I'm going to draw two circles, the outer one of which is going to be the diameter of the smoke box, which in 7mm is 5.25 inch. I want that to be 35, or that is going to be 35.134mm in 7mm, and just zoom in on that a bit. And the second one I'm going to draw is slightly smaller than that, just to give us a bit of thickness for the smoke box wrapper, if you like. So 0.3 less each side is going to be 34.534. So I've got two circles, finished my sketch, put it in 3D a minute, and I'm going to extrude that out to give me what looks a bit like the smoke box. I'm going to click in between those two circles. I'm going to have a symmetrical extrusion, and I want the symmetrical extrusion to be 20mm in total, which is 10 either side of the centre line. So that's what I've got there. Click on there. I'm now going to draw on this top plane here another circle, and this time it's going to represent the size of the base of the chimney where it intersects with the smoke box here. So on my chimney it's 2'4", which in 7mm is 16.333. So that's that. Let me finish that sketch, and then I'm going to extrude that and bring that up through, and you can see it's cut a hole in the smoke box wrapper the size of the base of the chimney flare. Well, I don't want that to actually happen. I want to actually have the bit that's cut out. So you just click over here on the operation, change it from cut to intersect. So that's what we've got now. Click OK. So I've got this now. The next thing is to put in some parameters that I can actually move about things in a minute. So we have change parameters on the modify command, and click on the plus button, and the first one of these is going to be called height, and I'm going to have that as 2.6mm, and that's going to be my flare control height. And the second one is going to be the flare diameter, and I'm going to put that in as 11mm, and that's the flare control height. And I'll show you those in use in a moment. Now from this plane here, I want to actually put some offset planes, and the first one, you can see I've got a thing up here. First one's going to be 22 millimeters above the centre line of the smoke box, so that's fine there. I'll just show you that from the front. Oh no, that isn't the front, is it? There's the front. That's the curve of the smoke box, and I've just put in this line up there just to give me an area to work to, and then from there I'm going to drop another offset plane, and this time instead of a dimension I'm just going to put in minus height, and you can see it's come up height user parameter underneath there, so I put a minus sign before it, so I click on there and it comes down and you've got the 2.6 figure there. So I've now got two planes above the base of the chimney. The top one I can draw the diameter that is the top of the flare or the base of the barrel of the chimney, and the other one I can put on my flare control diameter user parameter, and that will allow me to change the shape of the flare as and when we need to. So I'm going to draw two circles now, so we finish with the offset planes, and draw on the circles again, or on the planes again rather. The first one, as I say, the diameter of the top of the flare or the base of the barrel, which in this Stroudley chimney is 1'5", 7mm, 9.9167, 9.9167, there we go. That's in there, and finish that sketch. And then I'm going to draw on this plane this time, and click on there, and draw a circle, and you can see it's below the other one, and that's going to be my flare diameter user parameter, and that we said was 11. So I'll finish that now. So I've got, from the front view this time, I've got two circles, and that's I edge on, and this size of the base of the flare, and what I'm going to do is join these edges up to create and revolve the shape to create the base of the flare. And you do that with the loft command, which is here, and you just literally click on the edges of the three circles that I've actually got. I need to zoom in on the base because it needs to be the top part, not the bottom part of that. There we go. And if I now zoom back out again and click OK here, you can see I've got the front view of the base of the chimney, and there's the side view of the base of the chimney. Right, so I'll start drawing the cap. I've had to make the drawing in the background slightly lighter because otherwise I can't see the lines. So I'll click over here, and this is the edge of the barrel. So from there to here, and then the line down. You can see I've got help with the angles and things, and I need to draw from there an arc. It says arc, 3-point arc, that's better. From there to there. Right, I'll get rid of that other line while we're just at it. There we go. Oh, and the other one. And then go back to a straight line again, which comes up very slightly, a slight angle, and then you get a very slight sort of curve from here up to the edge. So I'll just go to the arc command again, and very slight, a bit like that, and then from here I'm going to draw around to here. Right, now I need a straight bit again. And then we start on the curve again, so let's just move up a minute. Somewhere right about here. Looks about right. And then I draw another curve from here to somewhere down about here. And you can see that you sort of start to see the outline or the profile of the cap coming in now. And I think the last bit of that is going to be straight to about there. And I've got some more curves again, or arcs, from there to approximately about there. And then from there round to approximately there. And then a little bit of straight into this part here, and this is now the barrel of the main part of the chimney, and I can come down to where I drew before, and I'm just going to put it very, very slightly below the height so I don't get any lines when I join the thing up there. And then the only place I really use the dimension is this last little bit here, where I want to actually have a thickness of the plastic at the side of about 0.6. So I'll put that in, and that'll give me a position there. And then we're going to go up parallel to this line. So I'll need to zoom back out again. And almost to the top of the chimney, which is something like about there. And then I'll chamfer in the last bit so that the top actually looks as though it's full width, but it'll actually retain the thickness of the plastic for a bit of strength. So that's got the actual profile drawn, and so I finish that sketch. I'm going to turn out the canvas a minute and just zoom out. You can see, so I've got this profile here drawn all the way around. There's the original cap, there's the original base that I drew. So now I just revolve this profile, which has already been selected, around an axis. Now, the axis I'm going to use is this one on the origin, and you can see I've now got the shape of the chimney there. But it's in red, which means cut, and that's because I went into the flare very, very slightly. So I just need to say over here, instead of cut, join, and it goes grey, the same as the rest of it. And now I've got the chimney. There's the side view, there's the front view, and there's the 3D view.